Hello and welcome to another video. I hope you're doing well today. My name is Em or Emrulo Art, and today I'm going to be sketching underwater life. I just wanted to brush up on my pencil skills once again. I have my blending stump, my mechanical eraser, and my mechanical pencil, and of course my sketchbook. I got this sketchbook from my local art store, Dessert. I live in Ontario, and it's like a French store, so that's why it's called that. And it's from Royal Talents, and I really, really, really like it. I actually am obsessed with the paper, so it works really well. So if you have a chance to get a Royal Talents sketchbook, I think you should. And I've used acrylic paint markers in it. I've used alcohol markers in it, and everything seems to work great on this paper. It's nice and smooth, color pencil, anything you want. So I just wanted to sketch some underwater life because I think it's a really good way to practice, because things underwater look really different than things that aren't underwater. There's a lot of different types of reflections, and just the way that the light works underwater is obviously a lot different. So it was a big challenge for me to try and work with that. Not that I haven't done it before, because I do go on little kicks of drawing underwater life. I don't know why, I just like it. It's fun. And so I really liked how this little fish came out. It was very colorful, and I have drawn this fish before because I really loved the shadows in it. So yeah. And I used the blending stump on a lot of the parts in these drawings that you're going to see today to blend them into the background and kind of take away detail from certain parts, and also to smooth everything else out. Like I said, this paper is really smooth and fun for blending, so I've been using my blending stump a lot more often. And then I just went over with my eraser there and kind of wanted to blend it out into the back as well, more into the distance, and just have the focus really be onto the eyes and the reflections on the fins and stuff. So yeah, there's the fish. And this next one was a manatee. I love manatees. Sometimes we would go on vacation in Florida, and I've seen many a manatee, and I love them. Love them every time I see them. Can't say enough good things about them. That being said, through no fault of this particular manatee, I did struggle a lot with this one. I don't know why. Just one of those things where you get into your own head a little bit too much, and you stop looking at the big shapes and you just look at the little details. And that's probably the worst thing that you can do when sketching, because it really throws you off and stops you from properly putting things into perspective, or at least it stops me from doing that. So I did switch it up a little bit. By the end, you'll see the drawing changes a little bit at the front, and I think with the fin at the front too. Or is that an arm? I don't know. Anyways, use the blending stump a lot here, and overall the end result I really liked, and I really liked the exercise of doing this because I've never done never drawn a manatee before, and I really like the reflections and erasing certain parts, and I never really did that much really blending. Usually I do have a lot of pencil marks, and I like to keep it more textured, but this time I was like, I want it to look smooth. Like, I want to see kind of what the manatee's skin looks like, and I find that manatees are really smooth, so I wanted to show that. And yeah, so I think all in all, in the end, even though I did get pretty frustrated while doing it and it took me quite a while to do, I think it turned out pretty cool and I liked it. I went a little bit with the reference, a little bit from my own head of what shapes I thought would look good. Then I just tapped out with my kneaded eraser a little bit, just to give it skin texture. Then I moved on to the next one, and this one is going to be a Nautilus. And this is also not my first time drawing one of these. Especially even from this reference photo, I believe I've drawn one from this reference before too. Really good practice. Anything with like heavy shadow or really dark spots, I'm going to want to draw, especially in a complicated sort of animal like this guy. And I just think they're so cool. Like, what is that? Is that a dinosaur? I don't know. I don't know anything about sea life, but I do enjoy drawing them. I do know a lot of stuff about coelacanths. We can get in that in depth in a different video. But yeah, so I started by just kind of winging it with the I guess we're going to call them like tentacles, and just sort of like I was doing with the manatee, just kind of went by what I wanted to do with the shell. I didn't follow the reference as exactly. I was just kind of putting the lines in where I thought it looked like aesthetically pleasing, and just kind of focused on like the reflections and the shape of the shell and sort of getting the definition where it needed to be and where I could see that it was. And yeah, I know not everybody likes like plain sketch videos as opposed to full color sketch ones that I do, but I know that maybe some people will find value in it because it is good to just look at things in black and white sometimes, when it comes to drawing, of course. And for me, I find it very valuable, and sometimes I just have to practice and I need time to study, but I do want to show you what I do, in order to get to where I'm going. And so I think it is valuable in the long run to have these videos, and it's not going to be all the time, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to do a sea life sketch video, and hopefully you like it and you don't mind just the black and white kind of vibe. And I will get back to color fill videos next week, and I'm starting to also post videos every week starting from now on. I used to do once every 2 weeks, but I logged some videos and I really want to do it every week, and I just needed time to get some videos going and give myself enough time and space in my life to be able to make that happen. So now that's going to be starting. So I hope you enjoy that. And I'm so jazzed to do it because I really, really enjoy making YouTube videos. I like making long form videos so much better than I like short ones. I just find it really, really fun for me. And so, yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing this more. And I got some acrylic paint markers and I'm going to be using those, and also gouache. I'm getting into gouache. So I hope you like that and let me know what you think about that. Anyways, so this shark was probably one of my favorite ones. I think it's probably my favorite one on the page. I really like how this guy turned out. Also had sketched this before. I think that's why it went so well for me, and I was fully warmed up at this point, it being the last one. And I used the blending stump in a similar way as the manatee because I wanted to show the skin how it was nice and smooth, and I just found the shark's eye really creepy. Like, I liked the size of it. I don't know, it just looks creepy to me and I like that. And I imagine, I don't know for sure, but I think that this shark might be small in real life. I don't think it's a big shark, just from judging by the picture. I don't know what gave me that impression, but again, I know nothing. And with this shark as well, I took my kneaded eraser and just dabbed the tail end of it just to put it in a little bit more into the distance. I also use this 0.7 lead pencil at times. I found it made thicker lines, and it was good to put down a lot of the graphite at once so I could use my blending stump and it was nice and smooth. I think it's just a Bic pencil lead, just generic. And here I am just mapping out where I think bubbles should be, just trying things on to see where I should put them. I just wanted to add a couple little bubbles in the end. I didn't do too many because I didn't want to overcrowd it or anything. I found the bubbles were fun and relaxing to do, but I just, yeah, didn't want to go crazy. So here is my finished drawing, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!